Yes, this is Ramakrishna. Now in this video class we are going to discuss about complex numbers. In the complex numbers I am going to take 7 lectures. This is the first part. Integral in this video class I will discuss integral powers of iota and conjugate of a complex number. Let us start. Now, for example, how to start the complex number? For example, here x plus 2 is equal to 5 is given. What is the solution of this equation? X plus 2 is equal to 5. Here x is equal to, by taking x equals to 3, it satisfies. So here we are getting the solution in the set of natural numbers. For example, if I give x plus 3 is equal to 3, what is the solution of this one? X equals to 0. So we are getting the solution in the set of whole numbers. And x square minus 1 equals to 0. X square is equal to 1, x equals to plus or minus 1. So here by solving this equation we are getting the solution in the set of integers. And x square plus 5 is equal to 0, x square is equal to minus 5, x equals to plus or minus square root of minus 5. But square root doesn't exist for negative real root values. But here we are getting x equals to plus or minus root of minus 5. So this is in the number system, that is not solvable in the real system. So here Euler, that is one of the mathematician, here they introduce I is equal to root of minus 1. Here iota, that one we say iota, where I is equal to root of minus 1. X is equal to plus or minus root of, here we can write 5 into minus 1, that is equal to root 5 into root minus 1. Here root minus 1 plus or minus root 5 into I. So by using this one, I is equal to root of minus 1, they defined complex numbers. Next, integral powers of iota. Here I is equal to root of minus 1 and I square, that is equal to minus 1, and I cube, that is equal to I square into I square, that is minus 1 minus I power 4, that is equal to 1. This one we say integral powers of iota. Now every complex number is in the form of standard form of the complex number, and every here generally complex number we can represent with z. Z is equal to, for example, I am taking a plus ib. This is the standard form of the complex number, a plus ib. Here a comma b belongs to r. Both are real values only. And here a we say this is the real part, and b we say imaginary part. Every complex number, what is the standard? Here standard form of the complex number, that is a plus ib. Here a we say, here a comma b both are belongs to r only, and a is the real part and b is the imaginary part. Now how to add two complex numbers? Here we can discuss here only algebraic properties of complex numbers. For example, I am taking two complex numbers. Z1 is equal to a1 plus ib1 and z2 is equal to a2 plus ib2. Two complex numbers are there. How to add two complex numbers? Z1 plus z2 or subtraction also. Adding these two complex numbers, adding the real parts, a1 plus a2 plus adding the imaginary parts, I into b1 plus P2. Whenever to add the two complex numbers, we have to add the real parts and adding the imaginary parts. And Z1 minus Z2, that is equal to Z1 is A1 plus IB1 and Z2 minus, what about Z2 A2 plus IB2. How to subtract? Subtracting the real parts plus I into subtracting the imaginary parts, that is Z1 minus Z2. And how to multiply two complex numbers? Here Z1 is A1 plus IB1 and A2 plus IB2. Now A1 into A2 plus IB2 plus IB1 into A2 plus IB2. Here A1 into A2 plus I into A1 into B2 plus I into B1 into A2 plus I square into B1 into B2. Multiplication of two complex numbers. Here A1, A2. Here I square value, that is minus 1. So here we can write minus B1 into B2. Plus from these two terms, if I take I as common, A1 B2 plus B1 A2. This is the product of two complex numbers. Next, how to divide two complex numbers. Here Z1 by Z2 that is equal to A1 plus IB1 by A2 plus IB2. How to express in the standard form A plus IB? By rationalizing the denominator. The rationalizing factor of A2 plus IB2, that is A2 minus IB2 whole by A2 minus IB2. In the whole complex numbers, A plus IB into A minus IB, simply we can write A plus IB into A minus IB, simply we can write A square plus B square. Actually, A plus B into A minus B, that is A square minus B square, but here I square, that is a minus 1, that's why we are putting A square plus B square. Whenever we get A plus IB into A minus IB, directly we can write A square plus B square. Here by rationalizing the denominator, we can express in the standard form A plus IB form. Now, here I power, integral powers of iota, already we discussed that one. The power of the I, that is the multiple of 4. 4 into m belongs to z, simply we can write directly 1. I power 4m plus 1, we can write directly I power 1. I power 4m plus 2, we can write I square. I power 4m plus 3, that is equal to I cube. And here we know what is the value of I square, that is minus 1, I cube minus I only. Here it depends upon the remainder also. 4m, only 4m, if it is the power of the I, if it is the multiple of 4, we can write directly 1. 4m plus 1, I power 1, 4m plus 2, I square, 4m plus 3, I cube we can write. Now, based on only this concept, now we can discuss some problems related to integral powers of iota. After that, we can discuss what about the conjugate of a complex number. Now, sigma n is equals 0 to infinite. Sigma n is equals 0 to infinite. 2i by 3. 2i by 3 whole power n is there. Here how to write in the standard form A plus IB. Now, if I expand this one, that is equal to, if I put n is equal 0, 2i by 3 whole power 0, plus 2I by 3 whole power 1 plus 2I by 3 whole power 2 plus so on, infinite terms. Anything to the power of 0, that is 1. In the next step we can put, instead of this we can put 1. Now by observing that series, infinite series, that is in GP, and in GP sum to infinite terms. What about the sum to infinite terms in GP? That is equal to S infinite, that is equal to A by 1 minus R, where A is the first term and R is the common ratio. How to get the common ratio? T2 by T1, second term by first term, or the third term by second term, like that, so on. Here, sum of infinite terms in a GP, A by, what is the first term here? 1 by 1 minus, what is the common ratio? 2I by 3, T2 by T1. That is equal to 1 by, here you can take the LCM, 3 minus 2I upon 3, putting in numerator. Now 3 by 3 minus 2I we got, but here denominator complex number, that is not the standard form of the complex number. What is the standard form of the complex number? A plus IB. So to express in the standard form, here we have to rationalize the denominator. 3 plus 2I, that is the rationalizing factor. Now adding these two, 3 3s are 9 plus 3 2s are 6I. Here A minus IB into A plus IB, just now I told you, simply we can write A square plus B square, 3 square plus 2 square, that is equal to 9 plus 6I by, this is 13, write separately that one. Now this is in the standard form, 9 plus A plus IB, 9 by 13 plus 6 by 13 into I. Next, the value of I power 592 plus I power 590 plus I power 588 plus I power 586 plus I power 584 divided by that one, minus 1 is there. Now previous I told you, here whatever be the number, any bigger value is given, simply we can divide with 4. See the remainder. Here if I divide with 4, 4 1 are 4, 4 4 are 4 8 are, 4 2 are 8, 4 3 are. So total this one divided with 4. So this is the multiple of 4 only, 4 into m. I power 4 into m, we can write simply 1. Now what about 590? 4 1 are 4. Here last 2 digits also, otherwise you can see the last 2 digits. If I divide with 4, 4 2 are 8, 4 2 are 8, sorry, 4 2 are 8, 20, 110, 4 2 are 8, 2 is the remainder. 2 is the remainder means I square we can write. That one we can write I power 4 into m plus 2. So we can write directly I square. And 88, this is completed, that is the 588, that is divisible by 4. If it is divisible by 4, I power 4 into m we can write, that is 1 only. I power 4 into m, that is 1. Now 586, if it is divisible by 4, 4 1 are 4, 4 4 are 16, 26, 4 6 are 64. So 2 is the remainder. If you divide these last 2 digits also, 4 2 are 8, 4 1 are 4. So 2 is the remainder. So here we can write I square plus, this is also, that is the multiple of 4. If it is the multiple of 4, we can write directly 1. I power, previous I have written I power 4 into m. If it is the power of the I, if it is the multiple of 4, simply we can write directly 1. And 4 into m plus 1 is there, we can write I power 1. 4m plus 2, I square, 4m plus 3, I cube. Upon here, 4 20s are 80, 2 is the remainder, I square we can write Next, this is the multiple of 4. So, we can write 1. Now, if it is divisible by 4, 4 1 are 4, 4 9 are 36, 2 is the remainder. I square we can write plus this is that is the multiple of 4. Last 2 digits is divisible by 4. So, total that is the multiple of 4 we can write directly 1. Next 74. 4 1 are 4, last 2 digits 34. 4 8 are 32, again here 2 is the remainder, I square we can write 4 into m plus 2, so I square we can write minus 1 is there. Now this one we can simplify, that is equal to 1 I square minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 whole by I square minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1. So, plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 and minus 1 is there. So, here plus 1 by minus 1, that is minus 1 minus 1, overall what is the answer here? Minus 2. Any bigger value is given, we can do only one thing, last 2 digits, what is the divisibility of 4? If last 2 digits is divisible by 4, then the total number is divisible by 4. And here 4 2 are 8, 4 3 are 12. This is divisible by 4, so we can write directly 1. And what about 590? 90 you can see 4 22 are 88. So 2 is the remainder. So I square we can write. Otherwise we can do one thing. Last 2 digits you can divide with 4. Whatever be the remainder, you can put that one. I power that remainder you can write. Next, z is equal to 1 plus I by 1 minus I, then z power 8. See this type of problems, 1 plus I by 1 minus I, this type of problems, so first we have to rationalize the denominator. What is the rationalizing factor? 1 plus I by 1 plus I. Now multiply these two, that is a plus b whole square, 1 plus I into 1 plus I, 1 plus I whole square. Expand that one, a square plus b square plus 2ab whole by 1 plus I into 1 minus I. Starting out I told you a plus ib into a minus ib. Simply we can write a square plus b square, 1 square plus 1 square. Here I square value minus 1, minus 1 plus 1 both gets cancelled. Here 2I by 2, 2 gets cancelled, that is equal to I. This is z value we got. This type of problems, whatever they give, simply we can rationalize that one. Now what they are asking, z power 8, that is equal to I power 8. This is the multiple of 4. So simply we can write it directly 1. So here options are given 1 minus 1 I 0. So 1 is the correct option. Next. If 1 plus I by 1 minus I whole power m is equal to 1, then the least integral value of m. See, for what is the least integral value of m for which the total result should be equal to 1. See, this type of problems, 1 plus I by 1 minus I, previous also we discussed that one. First we have to rationalize that one, we have to simplify that one. 1 plus I by 1 minus I, if I rationalize this one, what is the rationalizing factor? 1 plus I whole power m, that is equals to 1, and a plus ib into a plus ib whole square. If I expand that one, a square plus b square plus 2ab whole by a square plus b square here. Whole power m is equals to 1. Here I square value minus 1 plus 1 both gets cancelled. 2I by 2 whole power m, that is equals to 1. Here 2 gets cancelled. I power m, that is equals to 1. Now here what is the least value of m to get I power m is equals to 1? Here we can verify the options also. From least you can start. If I put m is equals to 2, I square value minus 1. So 2 is not satisfying. If I put m is equals to 4, I power 4 is equals to 1. So this is the least integral value of m. For m is equals to 4, we are getting the total result 1. Next, 1 plus I whole power 10 is given. How to write in the standard form a plus ip? If anything is given, and that should be even also. So how to write this one? 1 plus I whole square whole power 5 we can write. 1 plus I whole power 10. Anything is given, any even number is given, 2 into something we can write. Now here you can expand this one. A plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab whole power 5. Here I square value minus 1. Here minus 1 plus 1 both gets cancelled. Only 2i is there. 2i whole power 5. 2 power 5 into I power 5. This is 32. Here this one I can write. If I divide with 4, what is the remainder? 1. So I power 1. That is equal to 32 into I. Next, 1 by 1 minus cos theta plus 2i sin theta. Here how to express in the standard form a plus ib. This one directly also we can do. This one we can consider the first term, this is second term. We have to rationalize the denominator. That is one method. Otherwise, the first we can simplify. After that also we can rationalize that one. 1 minus cos theta we can write 2 sin square theta by 2 plus 2i into sin theta, that is 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Maybe here I sin theta 1 minus cos theta plus I sin theta. Here 1 minus cos theta we can write 2 sin square theta by 2 plus I into 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. From these two terms we can take 2 sin theta by 2 as common. Now in the bracket sin theta by 2 plus I into cos theta by 2 is there. Now here you can rationalize. What is the rationalizing factor of this one? Sin theta by 2 minus I cos theta by 2 whole by sin theta by 2 minus I cos theta by 2. That is equal to sin of theta by 2 minus I into cos of theta by 2 whole by 2 into sin theta by 2. Here a plus ib into a minus ib, starting also I told you a square plus b square we can write sin square theta by 2 plus cos square theta by 2. That is the identity. Simply we can put a 1. Now if I write separately, that is equal to sin theta by 2 by 2 sin theta by 2, that is 1 by 2 minus of I cos by, here 1 by 2 also there, cos by sin, that is cot theta by 2. So this is in the standard form a plus ib. Next, what is the conjugate of a complex number? For example, I am taking z is equals to x plus iy. This is one of the complex number. The conjugate of a complex number z, denoted by z bar and defined by the conjugate of a complex number obtained by changing the sign of the imaginary part. Here imaginary part sign have to change. So whatever we get, that is the conjugate of a complex number. For example, z is equal to 3 plus 2i. What is the conjugate of this one? By changing the sign of the imaginary part only. 3 minus 2i. And z is equal to minus 2i is given. Z bar is equal to 2i and z is equal to 20, 21 What about z bar? 20, 21. Here there is no imaginary part. When imaginary part is there, then only we have to change the sign of the imaginary part. This is only real part. Here conjugate of any real, only real part is given. The same thing we can write. This is the purely imaginary we say. In the complex numbers, for example, z is equal to x plus iy, that is given. Real part of z. The meaning of this one, the real part of z, that is x, and imaginary part of z, that is y. Here symbolic forms. Re of z means that is the real part of z, that is x, and imaginary part of z, that is equal to y. Now here we can discuss some properties also. Now we can discuss some properties of a conjugate of a complex number. Here I am taking z is equal to x plus iy. First one, z bar whole bar. We can get z only. This is the z. What about z bar? By changing the sign of the imaginary part. And the conjugate of this conjugate of a complex number, z bar whole bar, that is equal to, that is obtained by changing the sign of the imaginary part. Again here we can get x plus iy, that is equal to z only. So z bar whole bar, that is equal to z. Second point, z1 plus z2 whole bar, we can write z1 bar plus z2 bar. For minus also same only. z1 minus z2 whole bar, here we can write z1 bar minus z2 bar. Fourth one, z1 into z2 whole bar, that is equal to z1 bar into z2 bar. By taking two complex numbers, one is z equal to a1 plus ib1, z2 is equal to a2 plus ib2, and we can check anything else. And the next one, z1 by z2 whole bar, that is equal to z1 bar by z2 bar. And the next sixth one, z plus z bar, that is equal to 2 into real part of z. Here 3 plus 2i, z is equal to 3 plus 2i, z bar equals to 3 minus 2i. By adding these two, z plus z bar, we are getting 2 into real part of z. 2 3s are 6. Next one, if z is equal to z bar, here z equals to z bar, in that case, what to take? What about z? Here z is purely real. If it is the purely real, then only we can write a z equals to z bar. Next, z plus z bar is equal to 0. Z plus z bar, if you get 0, then z is purely imaginary. Z is purely imaginary. Z plus z bar equals to 0. So these are the properties. Now by using these properties, we can discuss some problems. And one more thing, here whatever we are discussing, based on that concepts, some more questions I am going to provide the assignment also. I will provide that link also. Here conjugate of 1 plus 2i whole square upon 3 minus I. Here before writing that conjugate, here we can do one thing. First to write down the simplest form. Squaring on both sides, expand that one, a square plus b square plus 2ab whole by 3 minus I. I square value minus 1, minus 4 plus 1, that is a minus 3 plus 4i whole by 3 minus I. Now here we can rationalize the denominator. 3 plus I by 3 plus I. Here directly also we can write the conjugate, but to express in the standard form a plus ib, there also we have to rationalize. So starting only we are rationalizing this one. Now multiply these two, minus 9 minus 3i plus 12i minus 4, I square value minus 1 minus 4 upon a square plus b square. So minus 9 minus 4 minus 13 plus 9i by 13. Now we got the 9 plus 1, 10. Now we got minus 13 by 10 plus 9i by 10. This is the given complex number. Now what they are asking, this is the simplest form, standard form of this complex number, this one. Now what they are asking, conjugate. What is the conjugate of this one? Conjugate of a complex number obtained by changing the sign of the imaginary part, minus 9i by 10. This is the conjugate of the given complex number. One more. Here the real value of alpha for which 1 minus I sin alpha by 1 plus 2I sin alpha is purely real is. Now in the conjugate properties we discussed one thing. If z is purely real, z is equal to z bar. Here this is one of the complex number. If it is the purely real, then how to write that one? If z is purely real, z is equal to z bar. What about the z given complex number? 1 minus I sin alpha upon 1 plus 2I sin alpha. That is equal to z bar. What is the conjugate of that one? z1 by z2 whole bar also. z1 by z2 whole bar, we can write z1 bar by z2 bar. So conjugate of total, that is in the form of z1 by z2. So what about its conjugate? By changing the sign of the imaginary part upon 1 minus 2I sin alpha. Now we have to simplify that one. Take the cross multiplication. 1 minus I sin alpha into 1 minus 2I sin alpha, that is equal to 1 plus I sin alpha into 1 plus 2I sin alpha. Now multiply 1 minus 2I sin alpha minus I sin alpha. Here minus into minus plus 2 into I square value minus 1 minus I sin square alpha we can write. So total 4 terms are there, completed. Next this side also you can multiply 1 plus 2I sin alpha plus I sin alpha minus 2 sin square alpha. Now here these two complex numbers, this side one complex number is there, that side also one complex number is there. Two complex numbers are equal if and only if their real parts are equal and imaginary parts are equal. This side, what is the real part? 1 minus 2 sin square alpha, that is equal to this side 1 minus 2 sin square alpha only. So plus 1 gets cancelled, minus 2 sin square alpha minus 2 sin square alpha both gets cancelled. Next, these two you can transpose that side. What we are getting? 4I sin alpha plus 2I sin alpha, that is equal to 0. And by adding these two, 6I sin alpha is equal to 0. That is sin alpha is equal to 0. That implies what is the general solution? If sin alpha is equal to 0, alpha is equal to n pi n belongs to z. N pi n belongs to z. Right. For all those values, the given complex number is purely real. Here z is equal to 3 plus I plus 9I square minus 6I cube. Then the conjugate of z inverse, Z inverse means that is 1 by Z only. First we can write in the standard form 3 plus I minus 9, I square value minus 1, minus 6 into I cube, that is minus I. So minus 6 plus 7I, this is the given complex number. If I write in the standard form, minus 6 plus 7I. And Z inverse means that is 1 by Z, that is equals to 1 by minus 6 plus 7I. That is not in the standard form. So to express in the standard form, we have to rationalize the denominator. What is the rationalizing factor of this one? Minus 6 minus 7I. That is equal to minus 6 minus 7I by A square plus B square. Now Z inverse we got minus 6 by 85 minus 7I by 85. Now here what they are asking, the conjugate of this one, minus 6 by 85 plus 7I by 85. This is the conjugate of the given complex number. Not a conjugate, this is the conjugate of a multiplicative inverse of the given complex number. So one more, the real value of theta for which the expression 1 plus I cos theta upon 1 minus 2I cos theta is the real. If it is the real, we can write Z is equal to Z bar. If it is the real, Z is equal to Z bar. What about Z here? 1 plus I cos theta whole by 1 minus 2I cos theta. Z bar, whole bar, and Z1 by Z2 whole bar, we can write Z1 bar by Z2 bar. What is the conjugate of this one? 1 minus I cos theta whole by 1 plus 2I cos theta. You can take the cross multiplication. 1 plus I cos theta into 1 plus 2I cos theta, that is equal to 1 minus I cos theta into 1 minus 2I cos theta. Now here we can expand and simplify that one. 1 plus 2I cos theta plus I cos theta minus 2 cos square theta. Here I into I square minus 2 cos square theta. That is equal to 1 minus 2I cos theta minus I cos theta minus 2 cos square theta. Here minus into minus plus, but I square minus 1. This side minus 2 cos square theta, this side also minus 2 cos square theta. 1 we can cancel that one. And these two terms you can, here minus 2I cos theta minus I cos theta minus 3I cos theta, transpose this side. Here also 3I cos theta, 3 plus 3, 6I cos theta, that is equal to 0 we are getting. So cos theta is equal to 0. General solution is there. Theta is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. N belongs to Z. So this type, some more questions are there, but in that assignment I will upload that one related to integral powers of iota and conjugate of a complex number and algebra 4, and one more is there, algebraic properties of complex numbers. Related to these three concepts, problems, one assignment I will upload that one, and in the next class we can discuss modulus of a complex number, and at the same time we can discuss different model questions also based on modulus of a complex number. In every one class, one concept I will explain, and at the same time I will upload one assignment also. Thank you.